This is a product video for ORAJET 3952F optically clear digital printing media, and here are the details. Product number, ORAJET 3952F, film type, cast, roll width, 54-inch and 60-inch, roll length, 27 yards and 55 yards, thickness, 2 mil, and is printable, optically clear, transparent. The adhesive is solvent, semi-permanent, and the uses, windows, and vehicles. Before production, be sure to get exact measurements and set the panels up so the overlaps are cut off by natural gaps in the glass if possible. And on the outside of the box is important product information, and be sure to note the lot number, which can be found on the outside of the box and on the plastic sleeve. For printing, the first step is to go to orafol.com, click on Support, then ICC Profiles, and download the right profile for your printer. Note that solvent, eco-solvent, latex, and UV inks can be used. And here's a comparison between the ORAJET 3651 transparent, ORAJET 3951 transparent, and the new 3952F optically clear transparent. All three sample pieces are installed in the exact same way, and you can see that the calendar and cast transparent films don't have the same clarity as the 3952F. For lamination, use the ORAGUARD 252F Enhanced Optically Clear Premium Cast Lamination, and the lamination process is standard. And due to the transparency factor of the install, dirt from the work table can be transferred to the liner, and then it can get under the film during install. So be sure to wipe the production table down with extra focus before rolling the panels out and trimming. This will be a wet install, and Orafol recommends this ratio for the slip solution. For large-scale jobs, use a quality pressure sprayer like this one and multiply the ratio shown correctly for larger tanks. The first step of a window install is to clean the other side of the glass when possible. And for the install side, use a safe scrubber, pressurized sprayer, and a quality window squeegee. Spray the window, scrape, then wipe off the moisture with the window squeegee. Always wipe down the edges with a microfiber towel and IPA to degrease. The last step of cleaning is sweeping or vacuuming the floor. Roll the panels up in sequential order and provide a printed layout for precision. Tack the key panel in place and make sure it fits left to right and top to bottom. Make a masking tape marker on either side of the panel and use a Sharpie to make lines. Cut the masking tape, and now the panel can be installed. Lift the panel up and spray the window, then place the panel back onto the window with the liner side facing out. Remove the liner and spray the adhesive side immediately. Repeat until the liner is fully covered with the solution. Rotate the panel, and then, once it's placed, line up the Sharpie marks. Then smooth the panel out onto the glass. Spray the front, then lock the panel in with a squeegee stroke. One type of squeegee that can be used is a wide one with a special wet buffer like this monkey tail. Always be sure to use overlapping squeegee strokes and work from the top towards the bottom. For edges with molding, run a squeegee along it to set it up, then cut the excess film away with the squeegee assist cut, with the blade on the inside. For beveled edges, run a squeegee ahead of the blade. This will keep the 3952F on the glass as the adhesive is still wet. Remove the excess film, then spray the panel one more time and double squeegee from top to bottom to ensure that all the moisture is out. Between panels, clear the moisture on the floor to avoid any slipping. Another squeegee option are these wide ones with soft lips from Yellow Tools. For a panel that registers, take time to align the image. This will be straightforward due to how optically clear it is. And when squeegeeing, make sure the strokes are even from top to bottom to ensure that the panel and the registration line up. If there are raised objects, like the frame on this door, make a relief cut on the high side before applying the main panel. This will allow the film to relax around the raised objects and help speed up the install. Also, when pulling the excess film away from a panel that was already installed, pull low and flat at a 45-degree angle. For molding that is too soft for a squeegee assist cut, use a straight edge. This will help ensure a straight, professional cut and keep the rubber from compromising the adhesive. At the end of the install, roll the polyester liners up in a tight bundle and be sure to recycle this. The 3952F can be applied as a partial graphic on a window. When setting the panel up, be sure to make precise measurements as well as make the panel level if needed. When releasing the liner, use the back of the fingernails to hold the panel in place to avoid fingerprints getting on the adhesive, then install the panel as normal. Another great tool for applying 3952F is a roller, which can be very effective. When done, go over all the edges with a squeegee and a microfiber towel to pick up any moisture, and be sure to squeegee away from the edge. And note that the optical clarity of the ORAJET 3952 will make the edges of the spot graphic disappear. And note that the ORAJET 3952F can be installed onto vehicles. It's best to use the Orifol application gel or a traditional slip solution. The install technique is very similar to how to install paint protection film. Spray the surface of the vehicle completely, then spray the adhesive side of the 3952F with a slip solution. Flip the panel over onto the surface and lay it flat. Do the exact same for the other side of the panel, and then check the alignment if needed. Next, focus on the corners first by heating area, then stretching the film to the edge. Once all the corners are formed and there's no wrinkles on the main surface area, this means it's time to squeegee the 3952F to the surface, using firm, overlapping squeegee strokes. Before cutting, heat the edges to relax the film, then click the blade so it's extra sharp. Always be sure to wrap the film around the edges, in this case cutting the film about ½ inch. Flush the edges with a tack solution like distilled water or a light alcohol mix, then form the film around the edge with a thumb and/or microfiber towel. Once the film is set on the edge, then the material can be wiped down to remove any residue on the main surface area, and then note that the optical clarity of the film will allow the paint to go through the print for a unique custom look. For maintenance of the ORAJET 3952, clean it regularly with soap and water. If there are exposed edges, pay attention to them and wipe in their direction as opposed to against them. For removals on vehicles, since the adhesive is semi-permanent, the removals are standard. For windows, use a stainless steel 58-degree blade and cut the panel into sections. This is due to the high surface energy of the window. Make sure the blade is very sharp and use a light touch so you only score the material. Adding heat can help with the removal process. You can use a heat gun or the pod steamer. And note that in terms of warranty for ORAJET 3952F, printed laminated outdoor durability is approximately 6 years in climate zone 1, 4 years in climate zone 2, and 2 years in climate zone 3. For more information on 3952F, you can go to orifol.com, search for 3952F, where you'll be taken to a dedicated page that has more product description, including a technical data sheet and product sheet. This has been a product video for Orifol's ORAJET 3952F optically clear digital printing media. Proudly produced by the Rep Institute.